What's good? What's good? Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Can y'all hear me? Drop some ones in the chat if you can hear me. Drop some ones. Drop some ones. Bet y'all can hear me. All right. Cool. We'll give it about 4 more minutes. We'll give it about 4 more minutes. Let some people join in. Yeah. Let's go. Let's freaking go. It's been a great week, and the week just started. It's been a great week, and the week just started. Let's let everybody join in. We're going to start at about 11:05. 11:05, we're going to start. While we wait, go ahead and drop in the chat what pairs specifically y'all want to see going over. GU, okay. I was already thinking about GU. Miyuka. GU, Miyu. Gold, okay. Gold, okay. Oil, okay. Okay. Bet 2 more minutes, we're gonna get started. Two minutes. 2 minutes. Bet 1 more minute, we're gonna get started. All right, let's get it. All right, so tonight for this trader training, I'm gonna try to stick to the basics. So if I get too advanced, just let me know. If you have any questions, just drop it in the chat. But tonight I'm gonna just stick to the basics. So first pair that I saw was GU. So let's look at GU. GU is the Great British Pound versus the US dollar. Why is this in the way? All right. So when you first look at a chart, you want to know where you're at. Okay, where are you? Where is price? Okay, where is price? So first thing we want to look at is what's the overall trend, okay? So I like to look at the 4-hour to the daily chart. Why the 4-hour to the daily? Because that's the stronger time frame. You know, the higher the time frame, the stronger the moves, but you know, kind of the more patient you have to be for those setups. Okay. But for the stronger move, you want to know where you're at in the market. So it looks like GU is overall in a downtrend. Okay. Boom. So what's a downtrend? Okay. A downtrend is when you see multiple rejections happen, price falling. Okay. So if you look right here, let me zoom in. Okay. So we had a period of consolidation at this point right here. Okay. We had a rejection. All right. And we see price getting weaker. All right. Now it finally broke this structure and it started to move down and came up and rejected one more time to start a downtrend. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to connect the highs of this downtrend. Okay. So the first high was right here. Second high was right here. So a good trend line, you want to connect 2 to 3 points. Okay. So we got this first high and we got this second high. I'm going to extend it all the way out. Let's see. I'm going to do a good average of the points. All right, so boom, that's first thing I want to see. So now I see that we're in a downtrend. All right, not only that, but I see price came up and tried this trend line and it rejected. Okay, so boom, I'm going to keep that in mind as I continue to set this up. So next, I want to see support and resistant areas. Okay, what is support and resistance? Okay, I'm going to move from the 4-hour to the daily time frame. All right. And now that I look at the daily, I can even extend this out to up here, but I'm just going to stay where price is. All right. So support and resistance is where you see price turn around. All right. So we're going to change from candlesticks to the line pattern. All right. And for those of you who don't know, you want to do most of your analysis on TradingView. Okay. TradingView, whether it's on your computer or your phone, you know, you want to do TradingView because you just kind of get a bigger picture. This is more detailed. Okay, so tradingview.com, make sure you set up a free account with them. All right, so let's go to the line chart. Line chart is good because it's good and clean. You don't see as many wicks as you do on the candles. So you just want to get straight to the point. So let's start where price is. All right, and let's go back in time. All right. So right here, I see 2 rejections. First rejection at this point came up, came down. Second rejection, okay? So I'm gonna put a support and resistance line right here. All right, just like that. All right, let's continue. Off the bat, I see 2 rejections at this point right here. First rejection, second rejection. So I'm gonna put a resistance line right there as well. Let's see. Continue to go up. All right, I see rejections at this point right here. You got 1 rejection right here, 1 rejection right here, and you got rejections over here. So I'm just gonna do a good average of those points and put it right here. All right. So basically price came up from this level, came up, and then went down from this level. Okay, so wherever price turns around majorly is where you want to put your support and resistance levels. Okay. All right, up here, off rip, another support and resistance level. You see price come up, reject, came up, tested it again, rejected. Okay, so this is a strong support and resistance area. All right, let's see. All right, let's put a few more in. So I see price come up, reject, reject, come up again, rejected. So I'm gonna put a horizontal line right here. And you see it tested again right here. All right, so what is that on my screen? Okay. All right. So now what you want to do is you want to back test these areas. All right. So we did these support and resistance zones, these lines off of, price, kind of where price was recently. All right. So now we want to go back in time and see how much it respected these zones. Let's see if I can add one more. I'll add one right here. All right, why did I put one right here? Because I see a rejection, 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 rejection. So it's a good one. And right here. Rejection, rejection, rejection. All right, so now let's back test and see how many times price has respected this area, these areas. Boom, we see rejection, rejection, we see rejections. All right, here we go. All right, so you see price is respecting these zones, all right? It's turning around each time it hits and comes to those zones. Every time it reaches those zones, price turns around. Look, price turns around, price turns around, price turns around, price turns around. All right, so these are good zones. I always want to back test. Okay, so next, what we want to look at is candlesticks. Now, everybody should have Japanese candlestick pattern downloaded. If you haven't, download it now. JCP, Japanese candlestick patterns. So that way you can get familiar with what's going on when you look at a candle. All right. So basically what I see right now is a rejection off this trend line and this resistance zone. Okay. And once you learn candlesticks, all right. So first of all, let's explain what a candlestick is for those who don't know. Okay. So a candlestick measures not only price, but time as well. So you see that I'm on the daily time frame. So that means each candle represents a day. Okay. So boom, the next day, which is tomorrow, is already being formed. This candle is being formed. Okay. This was pretty much today, aka yesterday. I got a question. What's good, Izzy? But so this candlestick is basically today, okay, which is already passed, okay, and this candlestick is yesterday. This candlestick is 2 days ago. This candlestick is 3 days ago. Okay. Now if we switch from the daily to the hourly, okay, you get closer to price. It's like zooming in on price. It's like zooming in and zooming out. Okay, so now each candlestick represents an hour because I'm on an hour time frame. So boom, you see that this hour candlestick is forming. It has 44 minutes left before it's complete. Ooh, this looking nice for a drop. This looking good for a drop. I can't stop seeing how this is about to sell off. But so boom, this is the current hour. This is 1 hour ago. This is 2 hours ago. 1, 2. This is 3 hours ago, 4 hours ago, 5 hours ago, and so on. Okay. So let's go back to the daily time frame. And let's see. You see 2 strong wick rejections, okay, from this support and resistance line that we got from earlier. Okay. So it's rejecting off the support and resistance. You see, so when you see a long wick, that means price tried that area and it failed, like violently. It tried that area again and it fell violently. Okay. Price opened and closed right here. I'm sorry, it opened right here and closed down here. Okay, so next candlestick open. And this candlestick is below. It did basically, this candlestick closed below this zone of rejections. Okay, that's basically a strong sign that price is either about to retrace, possibly come up and reject one more time, but it's about to retrace, or it's about to continue on this downtrend. Let's see. So when you come in, we usually don't like to trade on Mondays. You can get some good pips on Mondays, but for the right setup, you want to let Monday pass. So boom, Monday has passed. So we want to put a high and a low on Monday. So remember, this is the daily time frame. So we zoom in on this candlestick, and we're gonna put the high and the low of this candlestick. Okay, so you see price came up for the day. How you know it's the day? Because it's the daily time frame, and if you look down here, you can see the date based on where you are on the graph. So we're gonna mark off the high. Oops. So we're gonna mark out the high, and we're gonna make this red, just a different color, so we know that this is Monday's high and low. All right, so you want to take Monday's high and low. This is the low, and basically you want to treat it as support and resistance as well for this week specifically. Okay, so now we see that we're in a downtrend. We see it reject off the trend line, and we see it rejecting, forming long wick rejections on the daily time frame on the support and resistance level. Okay, and this is Monday's high and low. So let's get ready to see what's really going on even closer. Okay, so we look at the hour time frame, and we see that it's been consolidating in this zone. Okay. So first, you got to understand how price likes to move. Okay, so I'm gonna give you an example. This is a basic example of how price likes to move. I'm gonna do it up here, space up here. So when you have an uptrend, this is how price moves. It goes up, then it takes back 50% of that move. Usually around 38 to 61.8%. But we're gonna keep it basic and just say 50%. Then what does it do? It continues. It goes make another high. It goes to make another high. So right here, this is where we have our first high. Well, look, I ain't got time for that. So look, this right here is the first high, and this right here is the first low. Okay, so it came to form its first high, took back half of that move, and went to go form its second high. So what does it do next? It takes back 50% of that move. And more than likely, it's just going to treat the recent high, what was once a resistance level, it's going to treat it as a floor. It was once a ceiling back here. On the first high, it was a ceiling. Then it comes back through, and now it's a floor. Okay? If price doesn't fail, it's gonna go form the next high. Okay. So where do we see that on the charts? We see it right here. Up, down, up, down, up. Okay. And same thing for a downtrend. So basically what you want to take away from that is if you see something moving up and you feel like you're too late to get in, say you want to get in on a buy, you want to wait for the retracement. You want to wait for the pullback. You want to wait for it to take 50% of that move back. Okay. So don't have the fear of missing out. Just get ready for the next best entry. You know, a lot of people. Let's see. Oops. Goodness gracious. All right. All right. So a lot of people, they see that, okay, this was in a downtrend and started consolidating. Boom. Boom. Now we see where we're in the uptrend, right? All right. So most people will get in on the uptrend at this point right here. But like, okay, it's about to continue up. And really, you know that all these weak moves up just means it's probably going to have to retrace some before it continues back up. So the whole time you end up here, while it's still in a bullish market, getting ready to retrace some more, you're just holding back all that loss. Okay, when you could have just waited to took back 50% of this move. So boom, it went up. And you could have got in at this point instead of this point. You know, you would have been holding the 45 pip drawback. You know, most people that already would have hit their stop loss. So definitely want to wait for the best entry. All right, so that's somebody said something. All right, now let me see the chat. All right, so that's an uptrend, and just to show you what a downtrend does, basically the same thing, just reversed. So boom, price goes down. All right, it's gonna come up, retest that level. I mean, take back 50% of that move, and then guess what? It's gonna continue down, and then it's gonna take back 50% of that move. Then it's gonna continue down. Yeah, mute your mics if you haven't. I thought I had it muted upon entry. So look, let me show y'all this. All right, so say now it's about to come back and take back 50% of this move. All right. So boom, takes back 50% of the move, and it comes down, and it stops right there. All right, so that means that it's a possible change in trend. All right, so it's gonna come back up and probably take back 50% of this move. All right, and then it's gonna come down, and then it's gonna reject again. Okay, and then boom, we got a retracement happening. Now it's about to take 50% back of this whole drop. All right. So that's a change in trend. Really just a pullback, but it could possibly a change in trend. And then what's it gonna do? Boom. What was once a ceiling is now a floor. Now it's changing direction. So that's pretty much how price moves fundamentally. But all right. So what's price doing right now? All right, so it's rejecting off the trend line. It's rejecting off the whole the resistance line. So what I would expect it to do is this, because it's time for it to change direction. Maybe not for long, but for some good pippage. So it went down, it went up. Rejection, boom, it went down again. All right, so this is what I see it about to do. Okay. I mean, it's simple. So now, how strong is this move about to be? That's the question. I would say that it could go for, let's see. Now, if it comes down below previous Monday's low, let's see. I see it going for 40 pips. But if it doesn't turn Monday's low into a ceiling, so you see that right now it's a floor. This is Monday's low. Boom. All right. So what do I have to do for me to get in on the sell? Is not only break through Monday's low, but come up and test it as a ceiling. And that's my entry for the sell right there. It has to break structure, come up, and reject off here. So say you saw a breakthrough structure and you put a sell in it right here. Okay. With a 30 pip stop loss, just in case. So 30 pip stop loss right here. So 30 pip stop loss. Let's see. For about a 60 pip TP. Because it could definitely come back down to this area right here. All right. And if it doesn't, so say it rejects off this level. If it rejects off this level, rejection. All right, I will look for a buy up to previous to Monday's high. Okay. So Monday's low, if it rejects like it did, boom, then comes down, rejects again. Possibly a wick rejection, unless you know it's really not wanting to go down. It's gonna have to come up, break these ceilings right here. All right, it's gonna have to come break this ceiling, turn into a quick floor, and once I see that, I have my buy limit right here, and let it ride up, and that's 52 pips. With a stop loss down here is 28 pips. So nice risk to reward ratio. Nice proper risk management. All right, so that's G. Somebody said gold. Let's look at gold real quick. Any questions so far? Just drop them in the chat. I got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes left. So let's knock out gold real quick. All right, so a lot of times with gold, a lot of times with any pair, you want to know what's going on. Okay, so where are we at? Okay, so first, this is the 4-hour time frame. Can you talk about confluence trading? Confluence trading. What do you mean? Confluence trading. Can you kind of explain what you mean by confluence trading? All right, so let's see. Trend lines crossing with support zones. Trend lines crossing with support zones. Okay, so confluence trading, trend lines crossing with support zones. So I would think of price trapping when I think of that. Zero one just now. Yeah, so I see what you're saying. All right, so I'm gonna just show y'all one. So boom, I'm gonna draw a trend line on gold real quick. Gold is in the uptrend. All right, overall, do not forget that. Gold is in the uptrend. I'm gonna go to the daily time frame. Okay, so I'm gonna go from this point right here to this point right here. All right, so bottom, the bottom. Okay. Not only that, but I want to see where prices turn around at. Oops. All right, so we want to go to the line chart and do support and resistance zones. Boom. Major turn. Major turn. Major turn. All right, now I want to back test. So based off these points, I want to back test. Rejection, 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 rejection. 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 Rejection, rejection. Okay, cool. These are good zones. All right, so we got the trend, we got support and resistance. Now we want to see what the candlesticks are doing on the daily time frame. Okay, so right off the bat, I see a change in direction on gold. So not only is it bouncing off this trend line, but candlestick formation is telling me that, okay, so we had a nice bullish rejection right here. All right, it was full green, full power, max power. And then the next day, the candlestick closed above it. So it's safe to say that gold is about to come retest this level up here. All right, and what's this level up here? It's our major turn area. Okay, it's the resistance area. So automatically, I will be looking to ride gold on the buy. Price confluence. So basically, what you see right here, I basically call that trapping price. So we see this trend line right here crossing with this horizontal line. So we're basically trapping price in this area right here. So all right. So I drew a trend line on on this support and resistance line, so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so price is basically gonna get squeezed up in here. Okay, and it's basically like pressure in a pipe or something, pressure busting. Okay, it's kind of like a triangle breakout method. But basically, what's going on is price is building up pressure, and it's gonna sit in this point right here until it's gonna break out, bust out up. It's either gonna bust out up, of course, come back, test it as what was once a ceiling as a floor, and then boom, continue up. Okay, or it could come up, or it could come up to the resistance level where we're trapping price at, and it could just as easily come up and break out down. All right. So where could it fall down to? Well, that's where you want to draw not only your support and resistance, but another trend line. Look at this. So if I connect these points right here, so say I'll just connect this bottom with this bottom right here. Okay. So what if price wants to correct all the way back down to this trend line? You see it's overbought since May, but you gotta understand that it's because of trade tensions with China. We're not gonna get that deep. It's the basic call. What somebody said. You're welcome. You're welcome. I think it'll fall. I said it then. All right. So let's go uptrend, uptrend, uptrend. We see possible head and shoulders, which is possibly just about to become a double top. It's going to rise up. And how many pips is that? Let me see. All right, that's 330 pips. Oops, I'm sorry. That's 230 pips. 230 pips. So when would I get in on gold? Honestly, I want to see a stronger rejection. So when would I get in? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do from here. All right, say this is the first impulse up. It's the 2-hour time frame now. All right, say this is the first impulse up. I will look to get in right here. So I want gold to come down a little bit first before I really get in. We got one more minute. So I didn't get to make it to oil, but I will send my markup on oil for you, Ashley. I'll send it to the group. Also, I need everybody to drop their email in the chat. Drop your email in the Telegram so I can give you some not trading tips, but some business building tips. So everybody can go 2 and free this week and start to rank up. So definitely drop your emails in the chat, the Telegram chat. I'm sorry, the Telegram chat. Drop your emails in the Telegram chat. Bet. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. I hope this helped. If this helped, put some ones in the chat. If you got some value from this call, please put some ones in the chat.